Poised to be the next city in Kenya, Nakuru County represents the heart of the country. A melting point of cultures and the investment destination of choice. With a rapidly growing population of more than 1 million inhabitants, Nakuru is Kenya's 32nd county that has 11 sub-counties and 55 wards which house various businesses from small-scale traders to major manufacturing plants. As a transit town along the Great North Road, Nakuru boasts of having a vibrant business environment that has peaked since the establishment of devolution. And with the hopes of upgrading its status into a city, the county is keen on increasing its revenue streams through the establishment of 2 major industrial parks. An agro-city in Njoro that will see the county government partner with Egerton University in setting up the country's first agriculture and agribusiness hub that will cater for emerging and existing commercial farmers, manufacturers, government agencies, and non-governmental organizations. The agro-city is expected to attract local and international investors while creating 5,000 jobs. This city will be the leader in crop and livestock genetics, agro-food processing and marketing, farm technology, financing, manpower, and business development. The textile city in Naivasha, a brainchild of the national and county governments, shall create 50,000 more employment opportunities. The county also hosted the first ever Manufacturers Roundtable with the Kenya Association of Manufacturers as it sets to establish itself as the premier manufacturing valley. %80 of Nakuru's economy is agriculture-fed, with its strongest cash crop being pyrethrum. Despite the collapse of the pyrethrum industry due to mismanagement of the former Pyrethrum Board of Kenya,
hawa watoto ni mwalea kwa pareto, hata kuwasomesha ni wasomesha kwa pareto. Kwa maana sasa tulikuwa tukilima, tukipeleka kwa board, hawatulipi vilivyo, hata wakaja wakatunyang'anya bonus yetu. Sio watu wengi sana wanaendelea na hiyo ukulima wa maua kwa sababu tulipata ya kwamba huo ukulima hautusaidii vilivyo. Tukacheji ukulima, tukawa sasa tunapata boga kama makabichi na viazi hivyo kidogo kidogo.
Kwa wakati huu hatuna cash crop kwa hii area, na ni vema kama hii mmea kama tungelipwa vizuri ile malipo ilikuwa inalipwa hapo zamani.
Tulikuwa na mmea wa pareto ambao ulikuwa umeweza kuvuma hapa sana, na wengi wetu tutakumbuka kwamba tulilishwa, tulisomeshwa kupitia ukulima wa pareto. Pia tutaweza kuweka mbegu zaidi ya eka karibu 7,000 hapa Nakuru County within the first year. Ili badala ya mtu ambaye yuko hard working na tayari kufanya kazi kuwa kila saa ni mohoi, aweze kufanya kazi na asomeshe watoto wake. Because you know you are hard working people, all you want is the right leadership.
Akisha tupa begu na kuambia watu hapa sio wavivu, watafanya kazi vilivyo.
Mkulima amejitolea na watakuwa wakilima hii pareto wakipata tu begu.
In recognizing the potential that pyrethrum has in improving the livelihoods of farmers and the country's foreign income, the Nakuru County government is currently engaging in a massive revamp of the pyrethrum industry through the distribution of KEFIS-approved seedlings to farmers, boosting the acreage under pyrethrum to 4,500, as well as a partnership with the 18 other pyrethrum growing counties that will see to it the increased activity at the state-owned Pyrethrum Processing Company of Kenya that until recently was the sole plant responsible for the production of pyrethrin before the liberalization of the market.
We are also working to ensure that we also register farmers, people who are interested in getting into the crop. We will be registering them so that when the planting material is ready, they can be distributed accordingly. But I think it's also important to note that the response has been wonderful. We are overwhelmed by the interest from the farmers, and this is also important because the government has identified manufacturing of value addition as one of the big 4 agendas set out by President Uhuru Kenyatta. So we are working on this because we know once we are able to produce enough, the industries that are fed by this pyrethrin will grow, will create employment, will reduce poverty, and overall the economy will benefit substantially.
So far, more than 1,000 farmers have benefited from the Pyrethrum Revival Program. Aside from pyrethrum, farmers have been encouraged to incorporate other cash crops that are adaptive to the different climatic zones in the county.
We're also working on other crops including avocado, macadamia, and for the dry areas we are working on sorghum and green grams so that everybody has something to be able to take back home. We have realized that the biggest challenge across the rural areas is mainly with respect to lack of sustainable livelihood. For as a county, the least we could do is to give them something to do, something to eat, and something to put into their pocket. And this underscores the importance of agriculture in this whole matrix.
Livestock farmers are also benefiting from increased capacity building and extension services. Most recently, in the wake of a foot and mouth epidemic in Subukia sub-county, the county government was at the front line to vaccinate the affected livestock at no expense to the farmers. Goat farmers in Banita, Rongai sub-county, for the first time had a goat auction that raised 5.7 million shillings in under 30 minutes in the inaugural annual Easter goat auction.
So this is one of the new initiatives that the county is undertaking in terms of improving markets of livestock and also to make the rest of the country know that Nakuru has some good livestock that is available for consumption. This will be happening every year around the Easter, the week just before the Easter holiday, so that our farmers get that as a point at which they can do a lot of sales. But this market happens every week.
The Boresha Barabara program is currently rehabilitating and improving impassable roads in all the 55 wards in the county to facilitate quicker market access for farm produce. So far, 328 kilometers of access roads have been upgraded across 4 sub-counties, and it will extend to the remaining 7 sub-counties. No county can develop without the well-being of its population. This is why the Nakuru County government has heavily invested in the health sector in both human resource and infrastructure. Nakuru is the first in Kenya to set up an oncology unit at the Nakuru Level 5 hospital to help ease the existing pressure on the minimal facilities to treat cancer at public hospitals. The Oncology Center was constructed and furnished at a cost of 20 million shillings and will serve cancer patients in the Greater South Rift region. Early detection is key in the treatment of any cancer, and so the county government has seen to it that there is an annual free cancer clinic. In its first session, 1,200 people were screened. This number is expected to double with successive cancer awareness campaigns championed by Lady Elizabeth Kinyanjui. The existing free maternal care has seen hospital births increase in the county. The new mother-child unit at the Nakuru Level 5 hospital that has an over 200-bed capacity will not only ease the strain on the limited facilities at the old maternity wing, but also provide mothers with adequate medical attention, and the pediatric wing that will house mother and child health specialists. Solid waste management, especially plastic waste, is a recurring menace in any urban setup. Nakuru is not an exception, with a daily average of 250 tons of waste being dumped at the county dump site of Gioto. For a long time, the location of the dump site has been deemed an eyesore by those living within its vicinity and those using the Nakuru-Baringo Road. However, Under the Environment and Natural Resources docket, the county government has rehabilitated the dump site to prevent it from being an environmental and health hazard. The county is currently looking towards public-private partnerships that will see it reap benefits from recycling waste at the Gioto dump site. There are more than 200 families that make a living from the waste dumped at Gioto. Sandwiched between 8 counties, Nakuru has benefited from a richly diverse cultural and historical heritage. As devolution sinks its roots deeper, it ushers a new dawn for Nakuru, where greater investment opportunities beckon.